Hey guys, what's going on? Unboxing with B.
You're not Mayweather without the paycheck.
Okay, so this past weekend, Lara fought against Hurd. Okay, this fight, right when it started, it was like, oh, wait till the fourth round. Beyond that, Hurd wakes up. Hurd starts off slow, and then past it in the later rounds is when he actually picks up. That whole fight was pretty good.
Yeah.
Lara looked smaller. He was a smaller fighter.
He did look really small.
But his speed was really present. It was so present in this fight.
To me, it wasn't. Yeah, it was present and everything, but he didn't fight his fight. Usually, he's a boxer mover. He stayed in the pocket and went after, went with him.
And what does that tell you? Does that tell you that Lara wasn't scared of Hurd's power, or what? Because
that was one thing. But I also thought that Hurd could withstand all the Lara's power. He didn't stun him or nothing, and being so quick. And Hurd didn't look like he had a good defense, so this guy was tagging him.
And we've seen Lara, though. And, like, this time, Lara looked old.
Yeah, he did.
He looked old. And Hurd, obviously, looks young.
Younger guy, yeah.
So, to see this fight, I think I was expecting Hurd to go in there and just dominate Lara. Or at least walk him down, and then how they said in the later rounds, he's the more dominant one. Like, in the later rounds, and do more.
Well, what do you think
more
about
than just drop him once in the last round.
Like they say, his parents, Hurd's parents were saying that he's always the underdog. I don't think he was the underdog here. He does better when he's the underdog. That could have been something too,
Yeah.
So.
But with that fight, I gave props to Lara. Lara, even when he got dropped, he didn't get back up and try running. He still fought him in that 12th round. He got up and was still exchanging and was still trying to engage in these.
See, that was his downfall. That one drop.
It was. And at the end, when they interviewed him, he even said, he was saying one punch doesn't change the fight, but in reality, it pretty much does.
It does a 10-8 round when it's so close of a fight.
Which pretty much, it really sucks, because if he didn't get dropped, what would they have done?
I think it would have been a draw.
Because if I'm right, I'm pretty sure he won by split decision.
Yeah.
It was one for Lara, one for Hurd, and the last one for Hurd.
It would have been a draw, maybe.
So that would have been like, what would you think of Hurd if he would have tied, like, gotten that draw against Lara? Would you think, all right, maybe we were pumping him up too much, and now he's not what we expected?
He's not what I expected, me personally. I thought he was going to be younger, faster, stronger, movement, because I've never seen him, but he's undefeated, and didn't turn out what I expected. So,
well, now Jermell Charlo wants him.
I was going to say
even before that, though, Lara was saying he wanted to fight Charlo. Obviously, after this one, Lara wants a rematch. But I would want to see the rematch if that happened. But as of now, Hurd versus Charlo is what's the talk, I think I would have to go with Charlo.
Yeah, I think Hurd did his good round. He's going to be known as unified champion, but I think he's going to lose his belts to Charlo, unless something traumatic happens that we didn't know about, and he turns it up against him and knocks out Charlo. Which I doubt it's going to happen, but you never know. It's the sport of boxing.
Well, on another note, though, that led to it on that same night. Well, first we got revealed the whole Mayweather UFC stuff. I don't really care if Mayweather goes into UFC. I'm going to be honest here. I don't really want to see him in the
history,
UFC.
And he doesn't want to lose his history, so that's why he said if he's going to come back, he's going to come back UFC. Because if he loses to UFC, there's no history.
But
there's no undefeated.
Why? I don't want to see that, because if
millions,
you do,
it's money. Well, it's all about money now.
Yeah, obviously.
That's all it is.
But like if you go boxing like a boxer into UFC, then you're just going to give all of them that satisfaction, because unless you have a game plan of like, all right, we're talk to the other camp and we're going to go in there, but we're going to do a stand-up fight only, then you got no chance, really, because they're not going to stand and fight you.
No.
Floyd Mayweather, they're gonna stand and fight against Floyd Mayweather.
You know what? If you look back, if you looked at all the fights that McGregor has fought, it's been stand-up in the UFC. Stand-up in his kicks. Mm-hmm. Once in a while, I've seen him go down, to do some wrestling move, but with the Nate Diaz fights and everything, it was stand-up.
Didn't he lose to him?
He lost because they were stand-up, and I guess he got tired and Nate Diaz choked him out. Nate Diaz was the one that took him down.
Okay, but you don't think that once they start smothering Mayweather, they're not going to drop him?
And in the rematch, Conor, when tagging him, and he won. Well, he's going to try. What happens if...
He's going to try to use his speed, okay? If we're really getting this idea out there that it's going to happen, he's going to step in the octagon.
Because what happens if Mayweather does his speed and connects? Mayweather has power and connects with his beat on the hand, and he drops him.
Then it's a different story. But
yeah, I understand what's gonna happen.
He's gonna try to use his speed. But let's say they can go down and hit low. Mayweather's power is not going to be the same if he's swinging down.
All I know
and
is
they
I'm
take
hoping,
his legs out.
Well, I'm hoping that whoever's training him is training him. Like, here's a good example. BJ Penn. He had a good defensive. They couldn't take him down with a nothing. Everybody that tried could never take him down. Maybe Mayweather's working on something like, for his defense, takedown defense.
Maybe I'm just seeing him as like, just a boxer. That he has like a boxer's body too.
Yeah.
All these other guys have been working out their legs a certain way. They've been enduring kicks to the legs. Mayweather doesn't get hit in the legs.
No.
Why? Because if he jacks up his legs, he's not going to box.
But he's done with boxing, so he doesn't care. So he's gonna go for the money. It'll be another $100 million fight because all the UFC people will buy it, thinking that this is a revenge. They're gonna see everybody's gonna see Mayweather get his ass kicked. Okay, fine, he does. Let's say he does. That's money that he wants.
And let's say he does. Then all boxing fans around the world are going to have to deal with the whole, see what I tell you, UFC is better than boxing. UFC is better than boxing. You guys can't come into our, like, oh, goodness gracious. We kind of already had that with Mayweather and McGregor the first time going into boxing. How much did we have to stress? You cannot, you can't do this and expect to, be like, oh, UFC is way better. It's not a street fight. It's technique. This and that, that's why it turned out the way it did over here,
Mayweather
and that's why it'll turn out the way
another $100 million.
it will.
That's all he wants, and it'll help the UFC too out.
Yeah, well, it's I'm not for it. Whatever, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, on top of that, he wants his fighter Gervonta Davis to fight against Vasily Lomachenko.
Finally, he's not going to hide behind Mayweather. Finally, it's going to happen, and Lomachenko's going to do it again.
There's been so many memes already of, Mayweather saying, oh, what, you want to talk back to me? Fight Lomachenko then. And then there's, faces of Gervonta Davis being all scared and crying. And it's funny, but it's kind of sad. At the same time, though, I want to see that fight happen. But, okay, they say that fight could be in close negotiations,
Yeah, it's down to...
After, depending on
both of them
if both of them win their next
Lomachenko
bouts.
has to be Linares, and Davis has to fight. He's fighting somebody.
Davis is fighting on the 21st.